time I ever rode a motorbike, I was 19. I embarked on my first solo trip to Southeast Asia. My intent when I got there was to travel around, do my photography, really get a rich cultural experience. You know, when I got there, I was really disappointed. You get on a bus with a bunch of other tourists and you go from point A to point B, 11 hours, whatever, and you miss everything in between. That just wasn't enough for me. I really, really needed that cultural experience, that adventure, and I just wasn't getting it. That's when I went out and I bought my first bike. It was a 125cc Honda Dream. I know, not a big bad boy, but it got me everywhere I needed to go. That's the bike all the locals used. I knew if I broke down, I could get a part if I wanted. That bike took me 12,000 kilometers from Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia. I set up with my trusty paper map. Back then we didn't have these fancy smartphones and GPS and whatnot. You got lost, you pull over, you meet somebody, and you ask them the way. Language barrier was a bit of an issue, but you know what, it's fun. It's all part of the game, it's all part of the adventure. You know what, I got around, I learned a little bit of the 4 languages, and we had some fun. You learn charades and you get through. 9 accidents, nothing too serious. Cracked an ankle, broke my other foot. My poor mother, you know, I didn't tell her till about 3 months in. I didn't exactly lie. I kind of just bent the truth a bit, you know. The journey took a little longer this time. Not really identifying the fact that I was on a motorbike and not the public transport system. Yeah, after that, I think she grew a few gray hairs. I had to call her every single day after that to make sure that I was okay. Definitely a life-changing experience. Driving border guards, not being able to bring my bike into certain countries, getting invited on a stage in Vietnam to sing Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. Traveling by bike just gives you that opportunity to meet people, to experience things, to have that adventure. 2 wheels is definitely the way to travel. It doesn't matter what you're riding. I've driven all sorts of bikes. It doesn't matter what bike you're on. It's about the adventure. I think traveling as a female is better because people aren't afraid to approach you. You know, as a man, it could be a little intimidating. But people just want to reach out, they just want to help you. And you know, everyone says, oh, traveling as a female must be so dangerous. But to be honest, I've never experienced so much compassion and so many people who want to help because you're a female, you know. People don't usually see girls on motorbikes, so, you know, they want to come up to you, they want to meet you, they want to touch your hair, they want to touch your skin. Yeah, just crazy, amazing experiences. The people you meet there, it's so humbling. These people that had absolutely nothing, but they didn't think twice about giving you everything they had, including their hearts, and inviting you into their homes to meet their families. You know, just the most enriching experiences, meeting these people. It was incredible. Another more recent crazy experience that I had was in the Middle East, actually. We decided to do a project for empowering women, women's rights, and we had this idea that I would travel around the country of Oman wearing an abaya, a burqa, like a full cover face head to toe. Get off on the bike and we would interview people, get their reactions, and then we would also include interviews with other women, Muslim women, and their role in society and the empowerment that these women feel they have. Fortunately, they are allowed to drive in that country, however, you would never see a woman on a bike. During the filming of this video, one of the days we didn't realize, but the Iranian president was in town, so security was heightened. So we're driving along, and I'm fully covered, and we got backpacks with all our gear, and we get pulled over. And we're like, well, that's weird. You know, we're not doing anything wrong. We'd actually asked permission beforehand to see, you know, is there anything illegal about this? Is there anything, you know, we're not insulting their culture or anything. We really wanted to make sure that everything was good. Everything was fine, so we didn't understand why we got pulled over. Turns out it wasn't the police, it was the equivalent to the CIA. So they take us, they detain us, take our cell phones, they hack into our emails, our Facebooks, everything, and they sit there questioning us, like hardcore, 3 guys questioning us for about 12 hours. It was a little frightening. We know we didn't do anything wrong, but it was still that intimidating factor. You're in the Middle East, you're in jail, you don't know, nobody knows you're there. They won't let us contact our embassy. They suspected that we were some sort of suicide bombers. So obviously we weren't. At the end of it, you know, they proved that we were innocent, and they should have let us go, but they were going to keep us overnight just to, I guess, prove a point. Finally, at the end of the day, they feed us, and you know what? I had an idea, because they weren't actually going to let us go. They thought, you know, we're going to teach these people a lesson, and we're going to keep them overnight. Backstory to that is I actually had kidney stones a few days prior, and I told them this, and I said, look, I'm in a lot of pain, I need my medication, and they weren't buying it, and they're like, yeah, a couple more hours. So I had this idea. So they finally feed us at about 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, a scarf in my face full of curry and rice, down some water. I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? So as I'm walking to the bathroom and I pass their office, I kind of push myself into the wall, and I make myself projectile vomit everywhere. And they're like, oh no, call an ambulance. Are you okay? We'll let you go home. So needless to say, I saved the day, I got us out, and that was my Middle Eastern jail experience. So it's been a pleasure sharing my experiences with you, and I look forward to seeing you again.